It shocked me to find such horrible methods of torturing people. She was pure devil herself. The story of Elizabeth pretty much sounds like a living nightmare to her victims. Starting with her history. Was born into prominent Protestant nobility in Hungary. Her family controlled Transylvania. And her uncle was King of Poland. She was raised at the family castle in Ecsed, Hungary. In 1575 she married Count Ferenc Nádasdy, a member of another powerful Hungarian family, and subsequently moved to Castle Countess, a wedding gift from the Nádasdy family. From 1585 to 1595, Báthory bore 4 children. There was no doubt she had countless amount of money piled up with her. After Nádasdy's death in 1604, rumors of Báthory's cruelty began to surface. Though previous accounts of the murder of peasant women had apparently been ignored. The claims in 1609 that she had slain women from noble families attracted attention. She bathed in their blood because she thought that would make her look beautiful. This gave her the idea that if such a small amount of blood could make her hand look so young, then more could restore youthfulness to her whole body. What caused her to be so evil always remains unknown. One favorite conspiracy is that her seizures were treated by rubbing the blood of a non-sufferer onto her lips or using a piece of their skull, thus igniting her insatiable bloodthirst. Another theory posited that she was trained by her family to be cruel, taught witchcraft, and exposed to satanic worship. There's no evidence to support any of this though. These were just mere words without evidence, but sounds acceptable considering her torture methods. Elizabeth Báthory allegedly began finding new ways of keeping herself amused, gathering around her witches, sorcerers, alchemists and other practitioners of the black arts, and engaging in acts of cruelty against the local peasant population. Her torture methods, according to the testimonies, aided by several trusted servants. Elizabeth Báthory amused herself by torturing girls with pincers, needles, razors, knives, red-hot irons and pokers. Some were plunged into icy streams and frozen to death. Others were starved in the dungeons and torture chambers she had installed in her castle. But that's not it. I got more. She smeared the victim's body with honey, and left to be attacked by bees and ants. It's pretty much like being eaten live. 2 court officials claimed to have personally witnessed the Countess torture and kill young servant girls. Báthory was also suspected of. She also made her victims eat their own flesh. In December 1610, after exposing the evidence to the king, György Thurzó led a raid of Báthory's castle and arrested the Hungarian countess. Báthory's accomplices were put on trial and burned as witches. But as a noble, the countess herself could not be tried or executed, which would have caused a public scandal. So she was imprisoned and immured in a windowless room in her own castle until her death 4 years later, possibly of suicide at age 54. Timeline: Elizabeth Báthory, born August 7, 1560, Nybortor, Hungary, died August 21, 1614, Castle Countess, Hungary. References